Your life as a medieval squire, Europe 1300s. You're 12 years old when they decide you're worth taking. You're barefoot in the dirt outside your family's hut on the edge of a dying village somewhere in Europe. 1300. The air smells of rot and smoke. People whisper about sickness moving closer. Bells ring more often now. Not for prayer, for bodies. A knight rides in on a tired horse. His armor is dented and stained dark in places you don't want to think about. He doesn't ask your name. He checks your hands, your shoulders, your teeth, like he's inspecting a mule. Your father nods too fast. Fear makes people agreeable. No silver changes hands, just fewer mouths to feed. You're told this is an honor, a chance. Training, food, protection. You leave on foot, walking behind a horse that never once turns its head. At 12, you sleep with the animals. The stable is warm from their bodies and thick with the smell of shit and hay. You wake before dawn to scrape dried blood from armor plates. Some of it is old. Some of it still smells sharp and metallic. It stains your hands no matter how hard you scrub. When you drop a helmet, the knight backhands you without a word. Not angry, just correcting a mistake. You learn quickly, pain teaches faster than kindness. At 13, you march with the army, not with a sword, with burdens. You carry shields taller than your chest. You fetch arrows while men shout over your head. When steel starts screaming against steel, you crouch behind wagons and pray nobody notices you. After the fighting ends, you're sent out to clean up. You strip bodies. Boots first, belts, pouches, rings that don't come off easily. You learn how to twist fingers the right way so they break without effort. Armor is dragged back piece by piece. Anything useful is taken. Anything else is left for crows. You don't look at faces anymore. Faces make it harder. If you're still here, it means you haven't looked away yet. Most people do. History keeps going anyway. At 14, they promise you progress. If you work harder, if you endure, if you don't complain, so you do. You polish armor until your fingers split and bleed. You sharpen blades dulled by bone. You wash blood out of cloth that will be worn again tomorrow. You eat scraps tossed onto the ground. Sometimes you drink from muddy puddles when no one's watching. When exhaustion drops you to your knees, someone kicks you until you stand again. You tell yourself this is still better than the village. At 15, your knight loses money gambling. One night, you're handed to another lord like a sack of grain. No goodbye, no explanation. Just a shove forward and new orders barked at you. This one is worse. He beats you for moving too slowly. Makes you haul wounded men who scream into your ear as their blood soaks through your clothes. When one dies in your arms, he shouts at you for dropping him. After battles, he sends you back among the dead. You strip faster now, efficient, quiet. You know what sells and what doesn't. You stop thinking about who owned it before. You stop feeling your arms, then you stop caring. At 16, they finally give you a weapon. Not because you're ready, because there's no one else. The sword feels wrong in your hands. The helmet wobbles on your head. You're placed in the back line with other boys who look just as scared. Older men joke about who will die first. When the charge comes, you run because everyone else runs. You trip over a body. Someone screams. Something slams into your shield. When it's over, you're still breathing. That's all that matters. They call you useful now. At 17, camp life rots you slowly. Men cough through the night. Fevers spread. The smell of sickness mixes with blood, piss, and wet leather. You're sent into villages emptied by plague to search for food. Sometimes you find bodies slumped over tables. Sometimes you find people still breathing, begging you not to take the last thing they own. You take it anyway. Orders are orders. You don't apologize anymore. You could stop listening now. Most stories end before this part. This one doesn't. At 18, your knight dies. Not in battle. From a wound that won't heal. You strip him like you stripped the others. Sword, belt, ring. You don't hesitate. He won't need them. There's no ceremony, no reward for you. Another man takes his place the next morning. He doesn't need you. You're dismissed with nothing but the clothes you're wearing and the habits you can't unlearn. You walk the road alone now. Too old to be taken in as a boy. Too broken to fight as a man. Too poor to matter to anyone. Plague bells ring behind you. Somewhere ahead, another one waits. You find work where you can. Carrying, digging, stripping the dead after skirmishes no one will remember. Your hands shake sometimes. Your chest hurts when you breathe cold air. You ignore it. Everyone does. You die on the side of the road. No battle, no glory. Just fever. Shaking. Breath that won't come deep enough. A farmer passes and doesn't stop. By morning, someone takes your boots. They don't know your name. Neither did anyone else. It just taught you how many times a man can be used before he's thrown away. This was your life as a medieval squire. Not a knight, not a hero. Just another body born in the wrong time, in the wrong place, who died exactly where the world expected him to. But the world didn't stop when you did. The bells kept ringing. The sickness kept spreading. And someone had to walk into the houses everyone else ran from. That story comes next.